This is Breida. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either call pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. Rolling to his left. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Now a toss going left. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He sets to fire deep. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
21.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On play action, now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, a former 49er, Ted Ginn Jr. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Here we go. 180! Flag! 11. Yes!
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked it up by Eli Apple. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Look. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 32 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Look at the spin. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Coverage there by Von Bell. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They'll toss it to Breda. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
13, 180.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Trying to lay one up, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. 11. 6.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Niners on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
11. Flag. 13.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll give him a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
12.
Here we go on 4th down to Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Solomon Thomas, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This from 42 yards out. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
21.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Goodwin. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Breida. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers had 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Breeze now on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
11.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here.
12. 21.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wide open receiver complete. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Deep ball for Goodwin. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. No, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down.
13.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. And just lost track, and it cost him.
Now, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to try and throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now a play fake. Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarkowski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now they try the right side here. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
11, 11. 11, 11.
They run again with Breida. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. It's a little.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Breeze now. And this is going to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And Lutz's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go ahead.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
11.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Breeze is looking to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late, they're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
65. 12. Here we go. 80. 13. 12.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.